There are two types of business owners, those who are busy and those who want to be busy. Toast is designed for both, with tools to keep you humming and help turn grind into growth. That's how you turn busy into business. Toast, built for busy.
Well, it's time for today's AM Minnesota program, sponsored by Monarch Healthcare Management, the Emeralds. So every time we say the Emeralds, the giggler is in studio. Although once in a while, the giggler's on the phone when you have mom duties or you're maybe going to help another Monarch facility.
Yep. But the giggler is always here.
Yeah.
We got that. Hi.
And empty-handed.
I am, yes. So I'm hoping that next time I have some people that will come.
I didn't care about, I was referring to monarchmn.com, my cookies.
Oh my gosh, I'm down. All right.
Oh boy.
But hey, you know what? It's my double dose of Jerry weeks. So
you deserve a cookie too then.
There's that. Oh gosh. So yeah. So I'm excited to be able to see you twice this week.
Yeah, and didn't you mention last Wednesday when you were in that it was nursing home week?
Yeah. So last week was amazing. So much fun. So many surprises for our residents. Wonderful things for the staff members.
You kept your residents guessing.
Yes. Yeah, we sure did. I mean, go figure, right?
Yeah.
We've always got something up our sleeves. So I think just overall, being able to celebrate the community that we have over at the Emeralds, gathering together staff and residents for some exciting, fun things. Of course, some delicious snacks and treats along the way. Yeah, and a lot of fun.
Were they homemade, some of them?
Some of them, yes.
Yeah.
So
I keep offering to volunteer in the quality control taste testing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're always welcome. Anyone's always welcome just to stop on in, come see us, take a look around, get to know us.
And the residents.
And the residents, yep.
They are very sociable. And I'm sure when a new resident comes, it takes a little while maybe for the bonding to take place and you're a little uncomfortable at first, I suppose, but I think they get adopted pretty quickly. Yeah.
I mean, the transition going into any sort of new environment can, it's different. It's out of our comfort zone. I think that, our staff members as well as the people that stay with us do a really good job of being warm and welcoming to people that come into our facility, for whatever length of stay, just so then they can feel
whether
supported.
It's going to be permanent or short term because your primary caregiver was on vacation, respite care,
That's right.
or maybe you're going to be there for a while because you had major surgery of some sort.
Yeah, I think that's one of the many things that I absolutely just love about our community is just the sense of warmth and support that you get from everybody all the way around.
You even have a committee that self-appointed themselves to be the welcoming committee for new residents. And I don't know if that's typical of all facilities, but it is here.
It is there. That's right. They like to be able to welcome people, say hi to people when they come into the building. I think it's great. I mean, it speaks volumes as to, the type of people that we are, the kind of family I would say that we are.
Yep. And you see some joshing and good-natured kidding, too. And that comes with a smile.
Yep. There's a whole lot of personality over there.
And I remember this is maybe a couple of years ago, like the first year that some of the residents from the Emeralds came out to the Rice County Fair for Senior Citizens Day.
Yep.
And there was this lady there, and she was in charge of the committee to help women who had lost their husbands because on average, women outlive husbands, and there are a number of widows there. And so she had this support group of ladies that had lost their husband years ago and, adjusted and how they could help someone else. And that just epitomizes what the Emeralds is all about.
And what's really cool is that kind of just naturally formed and that just kind of naturally happened. But amazing and beautiful connections throughout the facility. And I love it. So
the other thing that maybe the Emeralds is unique compared to maybe some of the other Monarch facilities around the state is the activities director, as a hockey mom and soccer mom, and gotten some of the younger kids into the facility.
Yep. I love being able to do that. I mean, it just kind of popped into my head one year. Oh my gosh, was that like 4 years ago? So this is going to be year number 5, I believe. Being able to find a way for, the hockey kids here in town to be able to do something fun, interact, and it just, everything came together, and we've made it a consistent thing for every Christmas where we have the hockey team come in, help us pass gifts to the residents. Those that maybe don't want to go to the group gathering, they get their gifts personally delivered to them in a little visit. Then we go to the big party, and they help us with the party, and they sit and they make their connections, play games with everybody. I love that. I love that idea worked out, and that idea has been so successful. And I love that it's a tradition now that we just continue to do. And then we roped in the girls program too.
Yep, expanded it.
Yep.
And then hooking up with the high school, that the volunteers, the students can come over and get credits.
That's right.
And a nice big plus to put on their resumes. And look how it expanded into that.
Yeah. It's, the little ideas and the little hopes, and all of a sudden just a little water on the seed, and it just blossoms into something really cool.
And then what's cool about Monarch is Carrie, by accident, or that's the way Carrie is, comes up with a great idea, then a great idea can be spread to other facilities.
Right. Well, and a lot of times, I see a good idea, and I'm like, okay, now let's take that and let's see, because every community is a little bit different. And, to try to find a way that my community would like it, and kind of build off of that. So
and there may be a facility somewhere else can say, well, that's a great idea if we do tweak it and do it our way.
Yep. Social media does a really good job of that too. So like if I'm scrolling through Facebook and stuff like that, or just on the internet,
so you can say when you're wasting your time on Facebook, you're actually working, looking for ideas. I think the ideas find me too. Where just all of a sudden I'm just looking at something and it's like, hey, I can try to do that at work. Like that. Or maybe it's some activity too. Whether it's making butter or cookies.
Oh my gosh, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Why don't you explain how you were a conniver? It was an activity to have fun, but yet they were getting exercise at the same time.
I love activities like that. But we do that. We've made ice cream in a bag where you have to like shake it up, and then it eventually creates the ice cream. And then we've also done like fudge in a bag where you have to like mix it and mush it. You're using your fingers, working on your dexterity that way. But then we made butter, and that was amazing. I had to do it myself just to prove that yes, I can do this. And it was like the most magical experience for me. Like those that were near me when it finally the butter was finally there, I was so darn excited. You would have thought it was Christmas morning for me, but finding ways that we can still continue to use our body, move our body, and then be able to have like the reward at the end, whether it's the butter that we got to put like cinnamon sugar in or whatever spices in that we wanted to, or it's the ice cream or the fudge. Like we worked for that, and like you get to enjoy that, but you worked for that. Like you had to move and keep on moving. So.
Well, it's kind of like when I go out to the farm and look at my crops, see those beautiful emerged plants, and I go, I did this.
Yeah.
Sure, I had a lot of help with everybody with the herbicides and the seed and all that, but still, I had a big part in it.
The sense of pride that you get,
exactly.
Right? You're like, heck yes, I did that. That's pretty great.
Or like the committee that takes care of the flowers in the courtyard.
Yep.
They did this, and people can go, and every time they see someone enjoying the flowers that they organize, they get a sense of satisfaction.
Yes, and the sense of pride, and I love that, and I love being able to see the looks of joy that you can see throughout, when it works out, and it works out so well. So.
And then you're also trying to come up with things to stimulate minds and keep people's minds active. And even those competitive card games might be a step in that direction for the residents.
Oh, yes.
Or bingo.
Or bingo. That's right. So being able to kind of look at an overall like mind, body, everything.
But the coolest part is we were talking about it early, and most of us, a good Lord designed us to be social.
Yep.
To be around people. Sure, if I've been around people, maybe at a fair for a few days or a big farm show, I'm looking forward to going out to the farm all by myself for a while with my headphones on, mowing lawn for 3 hours.
Yeah.
But still, we want to be with people.
Yep.
We want to socialize and be with people. And
I think COVID, I think, kind of taught us a lot of things. But one thing is that how socialization, being around one another, having those conversations and building those connections is so important to the overall health of somebody.
It helps with your physical health.
Yes, absolutely. So, we're naturally social beings. It's kind of my job to help build upon that. So.
Yeah, and we should talk a little bit, too, before the market break. Bryce County Fair is going to be coming up pretty soon. I'm already looking forward to Thursday when the Emeralds are going to be out there.
Yeah,
and they were picking on sweet little innocent Jerry last year.
Believe that, really?
Yeah. So if you want to pick on me, you draw a number and get in line.
I don't want to be in your line. I'll be nice. I'll be the nice one off to the side.
But you know what they used to say, Jerry, if we aren't picking on you, then you better get worried because then we're probably mad at you.
Oh, no. Yeah, we look forward to being able to partner, with the Rice County Fair. We're going to be out there for Senior Day. I'm hoping again this year. I love it. The award ceremony, I think every year just continues to get better. And like after last year, I'm like, how are we going to outdo ourselves?
Well, and they had a huge crowd. I think they had to order more food.
Yes, it was great. I love it. And then we had the multiple winners.
And then you had the winners or the finalists.
Yeah.
Had family members that were there. Yeah. And even some of the residents that they weren't getting anything, but I saw some of their family members were out there at the fair with them.
Yep. It's such a great time for everybody to come together, just be a community and celebrate one another, support one another, give extreme praise to all of the accomplishments that, people have done and all the time that they have put into the community, which is pretty great.
That's what it's all about.
I love it.
Yeah, obviously. But I've got to know some of the other team members at the Emeralds, and they all love their job too.
Yes.
They go home. Sure, maybe you're tired and you had a busy day, but you have a sense of satisfaction that you enrich the lives of someone else.
Absolutely, and that's what it is. Being able to feel like you make a difference. You made somebody's day better, even if it's just one person that I can get an extra smile out of. That is one extra smile on my heart. It makes me feel good. Yeah.
We should talk a little bit quickly about team members that the Emeralds are looking for.
Yes. Looking for, obviously, if you're an LPN, RN, a CNA, or would like to be able to become a CNA, please do keep us in mind. We would have positions open for you and would love to welcome you
and
into our
help
facility.
with the training and on-the-job training so you could start a career change, get all of the training that you need on the job plus the classes, but you also have an income at the same time.
Right. Being able to, so our nursing aid and training program, like you said, you get the education to be able to get your certified nursing assistant. We put you through the class, put you through the test, go ahead, get your CNA, the on-the-job training, right? Because what we learn from a book is in a book, but being able to put that into actual practice.
I think that makes the book learning easier when you're also learning on the job, and then you see why that is important. Yeah,
absolutely. Because then, you can read it all day, every day, but to be able to actually practice it is huge, and will help you be, successful and continue to build. Also, other positions we're hiring for would be a receptionist.
Prerequisite there, the giggle and a smile.
Absolutely. And then also a business office manager. So that's
bless the heart of someone who wants to look at numbers all day long, but some people do.
The insurances, all the stuff that goes into that. So those are just a few of the positions that we have open. I definitely do encourage people to look at our website.
MonarchMN.com. That's two, but who's counting?
Because then you can go ahead and take a peek at all of the wonderful career opportunities that we have here at the Emeralds at Faribault. But then also overall, you can go ahead and take a peek at all of the Monarch facilities because we're spread throughout the state.
And different openings and career opportunities. And the philosophy of Monarch is they want their team members to be happy and advance their careers.
Yeah, yep. And the internal growth, the support that you can get from the company as far as scholarships, being able to continue on with your education, to meet your own personal goals, to be able to have a company that gives you that amount of support is
And
huge.
then maybe a career opportunity. You advanced your training here, but now all at once there's a director nursing position that you're now qualified for or have some experience in another facility. I would expect that Monarch really takes pride and gets an adrenaline shot when they see that sort of success with their team members.
Yeah, because just like how we get a sense of joy when we watch our crops grow and the sense of pride when our plants come up, when we make the butter.
Or you're harvesting a good crop.
Yes. the sense of pride that people get within the company to be able to see somebody grow within the company and be able to meet their personal needs. I mean, it's kind of great.
Yeah, it really is. Stand by, Carrie. We better check out the market, sponsored by the KDHL Ag Roboosters, including Craig Keller at the Keller Insurance Agency in Nerstrand. Craig does help protect all things important to you. Also, Northern Buildings for quality post-frame construction. Find out more. Go to their website, northernbuildings.com.
It's time for the market update on this Tuesday morning on the Linder Farm Network with Jim Emter, Van Auning Company, Alexandria. Well, Jim, a little higher on corn and beans this hour. What are you following after that strong day yesterday?
Yeah, Linda, when you justify a strong day with $17 billion in potential purchases, that's one thing. Now we need to see those purchases show up. Planting conditions and progress reports yesterday showing corn planting at 76%. That compares to the same level a year ago versus last week's 57% planted. Soybean planting progress, 67% complete. That compares to last week's 49% and a year ago levels at 63%. So things are on track, Linda. We seem to be chugging away. We've got some good rains. Obviously, we've got to get the last percentages planted now after these rains. But again, I think some good progress was done in front of these rains. So what we need to see ahead, Linda, obviously some demand show up from these deals that Trump's team negotiated over there. The other wild card right now is obviously this Iranian front. President Trump had indicated through the weekend that Tuesday was going to kind of be the deadline. He's now kind of pushed things back as negotiations continue through. These are through some Middle East allies that have asked for a little more time, and he's trying to grant that. But high alert, Linda, things can change at any point. It's just we're back up into these loftier levels here for old crop and new crop corn, as well as soybeans solidly back over $12 again, where we cannot ignore opportunity here with these good rains and good weather conditions we've got. So the bear has some fuel, the bull has some fuel, Linda, and strap in. Things can get pretty dynamic here ahead for the grain markets.
Livestock futures, what are you watching with those markets today?
Yeah, obviously, as a part of that $17 billion package, China has renewed some of the terms they have with U.S. packers, 400 certificates renewed. So we're going to need to watch that. Could we see China potentially buy our higher-end meat? We buy a hamburger from Brazil, and this all work out well? Yes, but those are going to probably come at varying times. So this ebb and flow of back and forth is really a key here. The cattle market's bending a little bit, but not breaking too far. Feeder cattle near second price counts need to be high alert there as we enter bottom bun. But, the cattle market has caught a little cleanse, and I think it's just stuck in a little bit of a rut of, hey, we've got strong cash, we've had reasonable demand, can we keep it going or not? And I think that's the vulnerability the cattle market has. As for the hogs, the June solidly below $100. Seems like we're struggling to get going, but we're also not breaking too far either. That July contract not wanting to go below that $100 value. So this is probably home here for a little bit for hogs.
Jim Emter, Van Auning Company, Alexandria, and Chicago. July corn, 477 3/4 up 3/4 of a cent. September up a half. December $4.98 and a quarter up, a quarter of a cent. July beans $12.14 and a quarter up, 1 1/4. November $12.04, now $12.05, up 4 cents. And July soybean meal down 70. July soybean oil down 19. September Minneapolis wheat up 2.5. June live cattle up 17. August down 47. June lean hogs up 20. And the Dow is down 147. This is a Linder Farm Network.
Every single time someone drives by, there it is again. Dust everywhere. On your truck, your windows, your porch. Now you're holding your breath just to grab the mail. Well, no more. With DustLock, one application controls dust on unpaved roads, driveways, parking lots, even construction sites and ag facilities. Own a dealership? Let's stop washing your inventory every week. DustLock keeps your lot clean and customer ready. And yes, it's environmentally safe too. Take back your road and visit dustlock.com. DustLock. We handle the dust.
Happy Acre Spreading is your source for poultry litter applied to your fields to help you maximize your bottom line. They will haul and spread the product across the Linder Farm Network listening area, and they'll be happy to give you a quote today. Call Tom at 507-521-2577. That's 507-521-2577 for Happy Acre Spreading. That's our update on the Linder Farm Network.
AM Minnesota on the Mighty 920 KDHL.
The market update sponsored, of course, by those KDHL Agro Boosters, including Norton Buildings for quality post-frame construction. Find out more. Go to their website, nortonbuildings.com. Also, Craig Keller over at the Keller Insurance Agency in Nerstrand. Craig does help protect all things important to you. In studio, Carrie Hart, officially Activities Director at Monarch Healthcare Management, the Emeralds, formerly the Director of Fun, now just commonly known as the Giggler.
Formerly the Director of Fun.
That was your interim brand.
That was. And we just continue to build off of it. It works.
We should talk a little bit more about opportunities. The penthouse is full.
Yes, sir.
But if you're thinking down the line, get your name on the list.
Yep. Come on in. Take a look around.
And you better explain what it is.
Oh, yeah.
We branded it.
We should do that.
Yep.
So, what we refer to, what Jerry and I refer to as the penthouse, is our renovated second floor unit, which is more, minimal assist, one assist, people. It is always staffed.
This second floor, you can do the healthy way, take the stairs, or you can use the big fancy elevator.
The elevator. So fully staffed. I mean, you still get your medications overlooked and reviewed, given to you by a professional. You get the culinary,
all the activities,
all the activities, everything. It's just a little bit more of like a minimal assist to a one assist.
And I would expect that the cost there would be a little bit less than needing more care. It's all set up.
When you talk numbers, I got nothing.
Not your department.
I am good at a few different things, but I don't know any of that.
We stay in my silo, but my silo is very tall, but I stay in my.
But not hopping silos. So, but then, so that is full right now. And then we do have room availability on our short-term care rehab side. So no matter where you are in the facility, you can still be on therapy. I just want to make that very super clear. So even if you're up on our second floor and you're on therapy load, you're going to go ahead and you're going to get your therapy.
Physical, occupational, whatever
speech
you need.
therapy, a lot of things and a lot of support in that way. Our short-term care side, those are generally the people, they're there for the couple weeks. To be able to work with therapy.
Maybe after a major surgery or something.
Yep. And then
to recover, get stronger, get over the surgery, or maybe you had some health issue and you got weak and you can't take care of yourself. They come in for a while, however long it takes, and then you go home again once you get stronger.
That's right. And then we do also have some beds available on our long-term care side. Yep. But like I said, no matter where you are in our building, if you are on therapy, you get your therapy. Yeah. You get your occupational, your speech therapy if you need speech therapy. They need to do maybe some swallow studies, some swallow looks. Make sure you're getting the right consistency of your food and fluids. You have all of those assessments that can be done at the facility. Physical therapy, it's great.
Just think of the skill that these caregivers, even the culinary, about. It never dawned on me, consistency. Mm-hmm. I used to think, okay, gluten or lactose intolerant or watch your salt.
Right.
But
there's so much to it, right? All of those, the diets, like you said, those things and those specialties are so important for the overall health of the people that we care for. You know, whether it's the heart healthy, the diabetic, you know, the gluten-free, whatever it may be, say that there's certain allergies. It's so important for our culinary people as well as all of our staff members to be aware of those specific things for those people. But then it's also important to keep in mind, are we taking in the correct texture, the correct, you know, thickened part of the liquids? Because if we're choking on stuff, right?
Not a good thing.
Not a good thing, because then
they aren't going to eat, or they aren't going to want to get that nutrition.
There's a lot of things that could happen that would be kind of hurtful to your overall health. When you're with us, we want you to be able to feel better, get better, have everything the way that is, you know, that you need it for your specific health.
And there's a lot of coordination then between the team members at the Emeralds and maybe the doctor or whatever.
Yeah.
And you're so organized. I remember a while back you were looking for a scheduler, someone that's their job just to coordinate
the staff members for that. Yep. I
Everyone's
had that position for a little bit there. Oh, there's
therapy appointments and all those things.
Yep. Our health information, they take care of all of the appointments that would be done out of the facility. So follow-up doctor appointments, you know, surgeon appointments, whatever it is.
Or sometimes it's physical therapy. That's easy. It's right there. You just have to get, and then it kind of happens. But maybe you have to go see the doctor or go see the post-op for the surgeon.
Yep.
Somebody has to make sure that happens.
That's right. And that it happens in a correct time frame. Another really cool thing, I mean, there's the overall care, right? So then you think about vision, your hearing, dentistry, all of those.
Eyes.
Yes. Yeah. We have all of that. Those people come in to see our to see our residents as well.
What about some of the simple things, like some ladies always have, ever since you've known them, they have their hair done.
Beautician in-house.
Or me, I just need a barber once in a while.
We are incredibly lucky to have a beautician right in-house. She's typically with us every Thursday.
Can she cut hair too then?
She can
cut the guy's hair?
She can perm
do it
hair.
all.
She can do it all. She can set the hair.
Can she fix my bald spot in the top of my head?
I mean, if you'd like to come on in, I'm sure she, you know.
Maybe you got some Elmer's glue.
But I mean, it gives you a nice overview of all of the amazing different things that go into the overall health of somebody and all of the things that we offer at our facility. So
MonarchMN.com.
I know, it's kind of cool. Check us out. Free. You're so good.
Let's not get too carried away now. But also, if you're listening in another community, go to the website, MonarchMN.com. That's 4 or 5, I forget. But there's facilities scattered all around the state.
Yes. Yeah, we're really lucky to have such a big family of facilities throughout the state. Take a peek and see, you know, what one is near your community. I mean, they're going to be amazing no matter where you are. Take that visual tour,
because I think each one has its own personality.
And just being able to have the 360 tour online that you can go ahead and look at on our website, it's pretty cool because it's right at your fingertips.
Yeah. But then the best way is just stop in. Meet the residents, meet some of the staff. You can have the organized tour. You can just stop in and visit. I think that's where you get the true sense of whether your loved one would be happy there or not. They're going to be well cared for, but you want to be happy too. And that's with the personalities of the residents and the staff. That's how they blended together.
Yeah, sure is. And then you know what? If you are looking into the future, you know, you have questions, whatever it may be, you know, about your specific loved one or just the overall process of things, making sure that you have somebody, you know, that can answer those questions. And we have a lot of those somebodies that would be there to support you.
Thanks for coming in. We'll see you tomorrow morning at the Birthday Club. The giggler, Carrie Hart, officially Activities Director at Monarch Healthcare Management, the Emeralds. Here's national news.
When you fly with Hawaiian Airlines, it's hard to tell where your flight ends and vacation begins. Relax with free Starlink, the fastest Wi-Fi in the sky, thanks to T-Mobile. Go ahead, stream your movie, book the couple's massage, make a dinner reservation while we bring you to our island home. Hawaii starts here.
Hear that? That's the sound of busy. To a restaurant, all that shouting and banging might as well be a symphony. It means the long days and longer nights are paying off. Sure, it's noisy, but there's a worse sound. This, not busy. Busy means business, which is why Toast gives restaurants the tools and tech they need to help them perform under pressure. Sounds pretty good, right? Toast, built for busy.